Hey, what's going on YouTube? Swift bringing you a brand new video. Alright, so we're going to drop the Torva set. I'm picking it up because I moved. Alright everyone, so I am at the Grand Exchange and I'm going to be doing a giveaway. Before I started recording, I was dropping a bunch of dragon scimitars all around. So the buy limit is 70. I kind of just went around and dropped those. So now we are on some Rune plate bodies and I'm going to be just dropping them all around the GE. And so let's get to it. And what I'm trying to do is stagger it to where at least best I can, I'm not going in the same pattern each time, like the same rotation or anything. And also, I'm still trying to keep it low key to where people don't know it's me dropping them. They just see some guy running around, you know? I think some of them are kind of maybe thinking, but we'll see. I guess we'll find out here in a minute. I wanted to do this. I mean, I did in a previous video, but this is going to be like a one bill. I'm just going for it, kind of drop party, I guess you could say. Oh, and I did drop a Dwarf Armour Set as well. I had been reading in one of the blogs, I guess, that they were cracking down on real world trading. Another reason why I wanted to do this is because it seems like a lot more legit players are on the worlds right now. I don't think it'll be 100%, but I kind of just wanted to do this in the spirit of that. Just that I just wanted to move it forward and have a bit of fun with this. Ready, set, go, go, go. All right, let's get these plate bodies. So with the first wave here, I dropped 70 Rune plate bodies, and I just, after a couple different drops, sessions, if you will, or different various times, dropped all of the plate bodies, and we're going to be moving on to the next item, which is the dragon boots. Just to speed things up here, I'm just running a theme of basically dropping the buy limit of a particular item, in this case dragon boots, and then moving on to the next one. I'm going to show like the main sequence for the drops, and I gotta say, all in all, this was a really fun session. I just thought that it would change things up a bit because I know a lot of times in these worlds it's just kind of the grind, skilling at the GE, just kind of high alking or whatever the case might be. And I thought that this would be a good opportunity to change it up and do something different. And then someone had mentioned that they were on mobile or that they were lagging. So I thought that I would trade them a Justiciar set for their trouble. Here we go. All right, great. So then kind of going to go back and forth with these. So prior to that, I was dropping some of the Dwarf Armour Sets that I had. Tried to pick some random locations and be quick about it just to give everyone pretty much a equal shot at getting them. And then I went ahead and I bought some Amulet of Furies to do the same thing, and I started just dropping like one here, one there, but then I thought about it and I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna just drop more. What I started to do is I started to do like the emotes, like waves and stuff, just to indicate like, all right, now we're getting to the more serious drops. So for the players that were paying attention and really, you know, kind of away from the usual grind of the day, like, okay, this guy's serious, I made sure to put emphasis on, all right, lock in and you can get a really good drop. So then I started to up the ante. I'm like, all right, okay, Sunfire armor sets. I dropped 2 of those. And then, yeah, this would be another example of trying to make it obvious, like, okay, there's going to be something cool here. And then I hide amongst the crowd, so it's like, oh, anyone that's participating can see clearly who's all running around, so they can kind of try to go for what they think is where they think is going to be the next drop area, you know. Tried to mix it up with different things, and I actually, with some of these, like the whips, I wanted to move it forward because a couple of months back, maybe, I don't know, was it like 5-6 months ago, someone had actually dropped a whip and I picked it up. So I was like, oh man, that was really great. That was awesome. So I figured, why not drop a bunch of them when I have the chance? So I did. So here we go. They're going to go for the remaining couple whips here. And that one player was standing right on it. And I don't know who got it, but you kind of feel bad when, they locked in and they knew it was there and they just didn't get it, Like, oh man. Yeah, so then that was kind of on the fly. I was trying to think, I'm like, okay, well, what is within just around a mil, maybe 800K? And I'm like, oh yeah, the Dwarf Cannon Sets, that's right. People like those. So I dropped some of those as well. Just a few, you know what I mean? And then I was trying to remember, because it's been a minute since I've played, like really paying attention and doing like borrows runs and stuff like that. But I know that there's obviously Dharok, Kirill, Guthans, but I couldn't remember the other borrows, like the brothers or whatever. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna go with which ones I remember. And then this time I just mixed the sets together, kind of like, equally dropping them. So it was what, Guthans and Kirills, I believe. And yeah, it took a little while for that last one. I don't know if it was lagging or what. And just as a change of pace, got back to some Rune. There were some drops that didn't make the cut just because of time. But as you can see here, I think was that plate legs? Yeah. So I ended up dropping Rune Scimitars. I dropped Dragon Scimitars. I think I mentioned that. That was actually the first drop I did before I started to record. And then, and I dropped Warrior Helms, I believe, as well. All in all, just trying to drop a variety of equipment and just to change things up here. And what I'm asking here is I'm kind of trying to convey, okay, after an hour or so of picking up all these drops, who's the fastest in this particular world at getting the drops, or who believes that they're the fastest? And it was just a friendly challenge. Like, okay, I want to see the best of the best, because I'm going to be dropping a lot of gold. Took me months and months to build up. So I'm like, okay, who's the best? Who is worthy of getting these? You're going to have to earn it. Got to get them. So then I went ahead and I bought the max limit of Eternal Boots. And when I was trying to, I was investing in these a couple months back, it didn't do so well, but I wanted to make something out of it, because I lost like 300 mil. It was an investment that wasn't the best. For those watching, I'm not into investments, so just try to do flips or herb runs, borrows runs, Slayer, stuff like that, right? So after a little while of grabbing these Eternal Boots, it seemed like there was a large enough group where I could then kind of indicate that there was going to be a finale to this drop party, this impromptu series of drops. So I wanted to do this for a while, and I thought about it, and I did some research before doing this, and from what I could find on YouTube, I have not seen anybody that in the, whether it be a title or any indication of, or anything I've witnessed, I've never seen anybody actually drop the fairly new Torva Armour Set as an actual, like the item itself, the main set. I have not seen anyone drop. So I figured, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm just going to do this 100%, and maybe I'll make history. I'll just drop something. It's going to be highly valuable, unique in the sense that it hasn't maybe been done before. So I thought it'd be fun. And when you do this, it's like, all right, well, I just want to make sure that an actual, like a real player, someone that plays the game, and you'll see here in a few moments if that's the case. This used to be an area way back in the day where, before the GE, I would teleport here a lot, and I would see all kinds of people here meeting in the middle of this fountain area. And this was like the GE-ish main area before the GE. And the general store that's southeast of here, that's what I was referring to with the sometimes there'd be these crazy deals. I just looked forward to seeing what was in the shop on a daily basis, to where maybe I would make some money that time that I just did my due diligence, and I was gonna just check and see what was there that was kind of a surprise that maybe shouldn't be sold there, that I could buy back and make some profit on a resell. Okay. Yeah. And some of this I recorded beforehand, but I picked it up. I just wanted to make sure here that, because people were following me, I didn't want anyone to get confused, then kind of try to go to another spot. It's like a jump ball in basketball. I wanted everyone to have an equal chance at getting it. And somebody got it. Yep, it was the Torva set. A one-of-a-kind drop, and basically for all the pieces to be in one spot, you can't even get that with defeating the initial boss. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, that was great seeing everyone try for that. That was fun. Really, at the end of the day, it's a friendly competition, but I wanted to move it forward, pay it forward, if you will. Over the years, as I've played RuneScape, whether it be at various times of the GE or, kind of out and about, one thing I've always had in mind is to leave the game in a better place than when I left. And honestly, I'm pretty much there where I think that I'm going to be retiring from the game. And I've had to do that with a lot of games. Gears of War, Call of Duty, a lot of games that I've competed in over the years and put everything into it. Probably played too much of all of those games respectively. But some of my takeaways are to just remain humble and appreciate the little things. Buying and selling the Dharok's armor sets over time, that really made this game fun for me over the years. Like, that was one pillar of it being fun for me. It was consistent, and it was a different approach to smithing, I thought, even though the XP yield wasn't the best. It gives you some incentive to train it, and it's a bit niche, but at the same time, that was always something I could kind of go back to and go, okay, well, I'm going to work my construction and smithing up to make sure to do that in the future. And then here we go with the Torva. Congrats. That was a pretty epic duel there. Like I had stated, whoever the fastest was going to get it, and they proved it. It was an epic match, and congrats to everybody. Again, it was no problem for me to do that. That was pretty fun, and kind of had it planned for a little while, so it may have seemed kind of out of the blue, but to me it was more of a planned. I just had to go ahead and go forward with. Pretty much wrapping up here, just letting everyone know the video is going to be up on YouTube. If there was any doubt, because there may have been concerns, this and that, and I understand that, I get that. It's kind of the world we're in today, but at least you can know from my perspective that that just wasn't the reality for me. It was just something where via the live streams and other ways, other like the videos and stuff that I've made to document kind of the how to make gold and stuff and how I've done it, I've been pretty transparent about that. So hopefully that's a good example for others and can kind of validate what I've been saying over the months, to where now others can pick up the torch. I'm passing the baton to the next generation and really try to convey that message, that way of doing it, the way I thought to do it, that resonates. Feel free to like the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and anyways, we'll catch you on the next one.